Every year we see the stunning vision of magnificently bred and beautifully conformed yearlings galloping around the historic paddocks at Widden Stud. And equally as certain is the fact that some of these yearlings will become elite racetrack performers in the future. With more Zoustars on offer and offspring by other elite sires, there's no doubt the Widden Stud tradition will continue. Liam, this is always one of the highlights of our Inglis Easter preview, seeing these gorgeous yearlings at Widden Stud galloping around the paddock, and this year's no exception. They're just a magnificent bunch.
They are, yeah. It's a beautiful group of, we obviously showed you 7 today, but there's really proud of the 22 that we're going to be bringing down to Riverside. They're a great group of horses, a really good spread of stallions, obviously represented by Zoustar of our own, and we've got a Schnitzel and a Vinny and Wootton Bassett, and obviously Too Darn Hot. Some stallions that are going really well at the moment, so it's all heading in the right direction come towards Easter.
Zoustar, of course, I mean, he just continues to sort of, throw these Group 1 performers, and year after year, it seems that there are more and more of them.
Yeah, exactly right. I think he's got 36 heading towards Easter this year. We've got 7 gorgeous examples of our own, and yeah, he continues to go from strength to strength. Obviously, Jolly Star winning the Newmarket, which was his 3rd Newmarket victory and his 12th Group 1 win. So he continues to raise the bar each and every year for us, and his progeny will continue to get better and better as the mares he's covered each year continues to deepen and strengthen.
And of course, new stallions you've announced this year coming for 2025. Cogburn, of course, the world's fastest sprinter coming here to Widden in New South Wales. And the magnificent Australian Guineas and Manikato Stakes winner Southport Tycoon going to Victoria. So fitting, of course, with Written Tycoon, having done so well in Victoria for so many years. But there's so much masqué in Written Tycoon. And I know Anthony Thompson said this too. There's so much masqué in Southport Tycoon. So it's sort of come full circle for Widden, hasn't it?
It has, exactly right. He'll be a really exciting addition to the Victorian roster. It's a real changing of the baton, so to speak, from Written Tycoon to Southport Tycoon, having one of his best sons, obviously a dual Group 1 winner in Victoria, to stand down there. He should get enormous support amongst the Victorian breeders, and he's a really exciting addition. And Cogburn coming to the Hunter will be a really exciting addition to our roster. Obviously the world's fastest sprinter. He ran some seriously fast times over in America. Really excited to get him down here. From all reports, he's going well in the north, covering his first book of mares, and really looking forward to showcasing him to Australian breeders.
Well, we start here for 2025, lot 310 by Zoustar from Bryony, a lovely filly and a full sister to a Group 1 Sangster Stakes winning mare, the beautiful Climbing Star. The dam's also produced Chatham and Bletchingley Stakes winner in Sansom, and the dam's a full sister to Heroic Valour and a half to Triple Honour by Fastnet Rock. A gorgeous action on this filly, isn't there?
Yeah, she's a really elegant filly. As you can see, she covers the ground with such ease and really floats across the top of the ground. She's not too dissimilar as Climbing Star as a yearling. I remember her vividly. She was in my first prep here as yearling manager in Easter. She's probably got a bit more quality and a bit more substance at the same time, which is really exciting. I think it's probably the mare's best foal, which is a perfect time to do it on the back of what her sister's done. But just a really forward active sort of filly. Obviously the Zoustar Fastnet Rock Cross is just potent with Group 1 winners galore out of that. Zoo Gotcha, Jolly Star, and obviously her full sister Climbing Star. So a very exciting filly to get to Easter. Loads of filly buys will be on her, and I'm really looking forward to showcasing her.
Lot 217 is next by Zoustar from the Actuary. Again, a beautiful filly. The dam's a 2-time winner. Won the Phoenix Stakes in Brisbane. A real Widden Stud product though, a Sebring mare. And of course, this is a 3/4 sister to another star filly we filmed in these paddocks. The triple Group 1 winner, Zoo Gotcha. She's a strong girl. She's got that great typical Zoustar back end.
Yeah, she is without a doubt one of the most gorgeous fillies I've ever taken to a sale. She is stunning and pleases you in all assets of life. You watch her get around a sand roll, and she has a great fluency of movement. She's not too dissimilar to her 3/4 sister Zoo Gotcha. If anything, she's a bit stronger and a lot more forward than she was at the same time, but all in all, just a quality filly. She's a beautiful walk and a great mind on her, so I'm beyond excited to get her to Riverside. She should be on absolutely everyone's list. She's a special, special filly. Like you mentioned, a really Widden bred filly. She's got all the right crosses, and as you can see, it's a pedigree that the guys here have bred up over many, many years, and she'll definitely add to that when she hits the racetrack.
Lot 383 is next to Colt by Zoustar from Fratty Ann. This is a half brother to Tenley, who won a Riesling, and also to an SA Sires Produce Stakes winner Biscayne Bay. Third dam, the great producing mare Skating, who won a Doncaster, and the full relation Frostfire has won since the catalogue went to print, as has the half sister in Fratney. So, other than rolling when he first went out in the paddock, where he did that beautifully, just went straight over, but not in the mud, thank heavens. He's a really good boy, isn't he? And just so handsome, has the great action, and again covers the ground beautifully.
Yeah, it's a really typical Zoustar trait. They really cover the ground with ease, and their movement is beautiful to watch. You could sit out here and watch him move all day in a paddock the way he does it. Like you mentioned, a beautiful pedigree that just continues to update upon update. The full brother, like you said, won on debut as a 2-year-old, which is always exciting, and you love to see that when you're taking a full sibling towards Easter. But he's a special colt. Big, powerful, but very light on his feet. Beautiful, rich colour, and there's a lot of Zoustar about him. Really deep girth and great hindquarter to him. And like I said, his movement's probably his key attribute, and his temperament. Really handles everything in his stride, which is what you want to see out of these sort of colts. So I expect him to be well received at Easter, and look forward to getting him there.
Well, we switch it to another star stallion Schnitzel, lot 40 from Madame Rouge. Again, a beautiful colt, and gee, likes to get going, doesn't he? He's a strong boy, he's really fast. Dams by Zoustar here. She won the Tristark, and the Nivison was second in a Stradbroke, and it's only her second foal. And the next two mares on the page, one, they were very good mares stakes races, the Summoned and the Triscay. He's another really outstanding looking colt.
Yeah, he's a real typical Schnitzel, a bull of a colt. Beautiful big masculine head on him, and like I said, he's just always wants to get on with things and really get to work sort of thing. He's a real workman sort of colt. Eats, sleeps, and really goes about his day-to-day life with such professionalism and such a forward-going sort of nature, which is very typical of Schnitzel. Obviously, he can do no more at the moment. He continues to go from strength to strength, in particular with his colts. So, like I said, he's a beautiful colt. He's continued to thrive through prep, as you can see. He's dappled up and he looks unreal. He's very healthy. A real team sort of favourite, obviously a special mare to the farm, and he went out and paid quite a lot of money for her, and the first foal was beautiful. This guy is no exception, and she continues to do the job herself. I know Gay's got a very big opinion of Rosie Rouge, the first foal, the filly, by Invincible, and this guy, yeah, like I said, he's very similar to her. He really catches your eye, and a beautiful colt should be on everyone's sort of list going towards Easter, in particular those colt syndicates.
Lot 19 by Zoustar from Lady Lupino, dammed by Sebring. She was third in the Group 1 Champagne Stakes at 2, second in an Angus Armanasco, and the second dam's that wonderful producer Leone Chiara. Now this colt, he's really alpha, isn't he? He's really interested in the camera, and boy, he loved to run.
Yeah, he's a very athletic sort of colt. He's a man. He certainly knows he's a man, and he likes to showcase himself around the barn, but in a really controlled manner. He just likes to show off, so to speak. He knows he's good looking. He's done particularly well. I know we held him back for Easter, and he continued to thrive over spring and summer. He's really blossomed into a beautiful, mature colt, which is what you want to see come Easter time, but holds himself well. Like you said, moves unbelievably well. His mother was a very good 2-year-old, and he's got those physical attributes that you'd expect he could get up and go early. As you see, beautiful Zoustar head and great colour, and he's got a really nice hip and just hindquarter to him, and he moves like all Zoustars with great presence. But yeah, he's sure to catch everyone's eye, and look forward to how he goes down there.
Lot 285, a colt by Too Darn Hot from Aristocratic Miss. Of course, we know by a son of Dubawi, and the superstar mare Dare Me in Too Darn Hot. Sire, of course, Too Darn Hot, of a 3-time Group 1 winner in Broadsiding. The dam's a 4-time winner and multiple group place getter. He just has great quality, doesn't he? Just a handsome, lovely size about him, and just that lovely, beautiful Dubawi kind of red bay.
Yeah, he is. He's that rich, bright bay, like you mentioned. He's actually one of my favourite colts. I think he's just got an aura about him, a great presence. He's got a little bit more length and maybe a little bit more stretch than some of the other Too Darn Hots, but yeah, obviously the stallion can do absolutely no wrong. Like you mentioned, the broadsiding, Rivanello. This guy, beautiful head, and like I said, just a really good loose mover. I expect him to be well sought after come Easter, and like I said, we've got 3 going towards Easter. I could have shown you any of the 3, but he's a particularly nice individual out of a very good mare. I must say this is by far and away her best foal. Obviously 2 Dun Hots will be in great demand come Easter, and I expect him to be right at the top of everyone's list.
And finally, lot 198, I was dying to see this colt by Zoustar from Somersham, the full brother to one of my favourite horses currently racing, Schwartz, the great Redute's Choice family. And wow, what a looker, isn't he? The perfect socks, or really almost stockings up to the knee, aren't they? And just like Tuscany from last year, very balanced, beautiful action, and just a real showman, isn't he?
He is. He knows he's got all the bling on him, and he's happy to showcase himself. But a great mover, and very typical of this mare. I think she's a very special mare to the farm. Not only has she done the job in the ring, more importantly, she's done the job on the track, which is obviously when people go out and pay a lot of money for their stock, you'd like to see them perform on the track, and she's able to do both, which is a real diamond to the farm. This colt is no exception to that. He's got a mixture of all of them in there, I would say. He's got that same sort of rich colour to and flashiness that Tuscany had, but also the same quality and masculinity that Schwartz had. So a perfect blend of both. He's a very fluent mover, well balanced, great angles and proportions to him. Obviously Tuscany started favourite for a Breeders' Plate and looks to be a very promising horse going forward. Schwartz wasn't at his best till 3 and 4, so expect to see the same out of him. And this guy will be much the same, I expect, with his professionalism. They obviously look like they can come up and go early, and they only continue to improve. But he's a special colt. They do very well in prep, the Somershams. He's no exception. He's gone from strength to strength week after week. So a really, really flashy colt, and I'm extremely excited to get him there. He'll be on every colt buyer's list with a pedigree like that, and an individual like that as well, more importantly. So very exciting.
And he's got a good brain too. Like, he's happy to come up to the camera and you know, come and have a chat sort of thing, and very sensible sort of horse too. So, you know, that sort of bodes well, I guess, you know, as well as the physicality for heading to the track.
Absolutely, and temperament's probably one of the key ingredients in making a colt to a stallion, is getting them to concentrate and really develop. So he's the same mentally, so strong. He's probably, if it was someone's first day of yearling prep, he would walk down to the paddock, and he's so kind. He's a great nature to him, which is so important with these colts that are worth that sort of money. Temperament is everything. It'll bode him in great stead when he gets onto a trainer after this. And yeah, just a really exciting colt, and just a proud effort from the team to get a group of horses like that, and him in particular, to a sale looking the way he does and behaving the way he does, which is a really big thing when it comes to parading yearlings at a sale.
Well, Widden Stud, you know, you have such a great record producing Group 1 winners out of these very paddocks, and obviously, you know, breeding Group 1 winners, standing Group 1 producing stallions. But Anthony, Katie, yourself, Emile, the whole team do such a wonderful job to produce the best of the best. And that's what Easter is about, isn't it? The best of the best. It's a smaller catalogue, obviously, but how do you see this sale going? Because I think every buyer, every major buyer in the world will be focused on Riverside when the sale is taking place.
It's always a special sale, I think, regardless of what's going on in the world and where we're at. I think all attention does turn to Riverside come April, the Green Book. It's a special book to be in, and it bodes a lot of quality. I think we have a really strong draft of 22 horses, which I'm proud to present and show to anyone. Really good quality, like I mentioned, and just everyone from the foaling down to the stallion boys. It's a team effort to get horses like this, and it's just the end result. But yeah, I think it'll be a really strong sale. I'm looking forward to getting the horses there, and I think they'll sell exceptionally well.